The Fizeka graduate program was conceptualized in 2022 by a group of South African asset managers. The conceptualization was based on the premise that there was an urgent need to address the gender gap in asset management, as research studies at the time showed a steep imbalance in that 83% of portfolio managers were men. According to an article in CityWire at the time, only 11.8% of the more than 16,000 individual portfolio managers on its database were female. Despite an ever-growing number of Black female graduates in our recruitment experience in South Africa, Black female graduates were not actively seeking out careers in asset management. Given South Africa's history and legislative environment, addressing the lack of Black women in asset management was non-negotiable. A few asset managers therefore agreed that it was time to take action, and Michael Arbuthnot, CEO of Catalyst Fund Managers, initiated the envisaged plan. It began with a collective pledge by a few asset managers to commit to addressing the challenge of the lack of Black females seeking out and building successful careers in the asset management industry. It was also felt that success would depend on an industry-wide collaboration to grow talent across the industry, and that by working together, resources could be pooled for greater impact. Following a few consultations with Asisa, it was agreed that this transformation initiative, Fezeka, a Xhosa name meaning she has accomplished her goals, potential, or purpose, should be driven via Asisa, and more specifically the Asisa Academy, an accredited business school for the financial services industry in partnership with Joint Prosperity, who specialize in assessing and developing talent. The Fizeka graduate program provides high potential Black South African female graduates who want to build a career in investment management with the opportunity to participate in a structured development program, which provides a powerful combination of theoretical knowledge, professional development, and practical work experience within established top-performing investment management businesses committed to growing the talent pool of women in asset management. The ideal participants for this program are Black South African women graduates who are passionate about helping clients with researching, shaping, implementing, and monitoring their investment strategies to get the best possible returns in the market. Preference is given to employment equity female students who have a quantitative background, including economics, stats, maths, accounting, and finance, students that show an aptitude for finance, staying power, and the ability to apply themselves to a task and have a spirit of volunteerism. Assessments then validate those with high potential to succeed in the asset management industry. The program design incorporates the following: a rigorous set of interviews, psychometric assessments, and a final panel interview, relocation of graduates from remote regions to either Cape Town or Johannesburg, an orientation course that helps to prepare grads for the world of work in asset management, including a laptop and a subsistence allowance during this period. Ongoing development modules throughout the program, which include aspects like personal and professional development, Excel training, financial education for managing personal finances, company valuations, presentation skills, and so forth. Both group and one-to-one coaching by a professional coach, mentoring by industry professionals, and networking events that expose the women to industry professionals who may be interested in hiring them after they have successfully completed the program. It also includes an NQF7 financial markets practitioner facet registered learnership that includes practical activities to be completed in the workplace, as well as some academic work in the form of assignments, formative assessments, a portfolio of evidence, and finally, external exams. Following that, enrollment in and preparation for the CFA Level 1 exams. The program also, very importantly, consists of work rotations at 3 different asset managers, giving grads exposure to both corporate firms as well as boutique firms and different asset classes. Graduates are also paid a monthly stipend in line with industry standards. The Fizeka graduate program has been supported by more than 20 asset managers since its launch, some of whom contribute financially to the program, some of whom serve as host employers, and some who have both sponsored and hosted graduates. The then 15-month-long inaugural program was launched in 2023 with 8 graduates. While this first iteration was still in progress, a second cohort of 12 young women embarked on their 15-month journey in January 2024. And in 2025, a third cohort of 8 graduates entered the program, which now runs for a duration of 19 months. These 28 young women hail from a host of different provinces around the country and have studied at various tertiary institutions in South Africa. Outcomes to date are as follows. Of the 8 graduates on the inaugural program, we have achieved a 100% employment rate within asset management. Of the second cohort of 12, we have achieved an 83% employment rate so far, and we are confident that the remaining 2 graduates will soon be snapped up in the market. Of the current group of 8, all are currently completing their first work rotation at their first host employer and preparing to move on to their second work rotation at their next host employer. Feedback from managers and graduates is overwhelmingly positive about the program, and we are currently collaborating around possible enhancements to the program that is envisaged for 2027.